All right, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get to talking about our two main events, we would actually like to devote a section to talking about matches that are rumored to be on the card, that we think should be on the card, and matches that have a chance and probably not going to make the card, but damn, they should be on there because of the names involved.
Yeah,
So
this card has 12 matches, and personally, I mean that sounds like that's it, but I mean 14. Like I don't know how many were on last year, but I mean realistically, if they were to add more matches, I see them adding two, one for each show, maybe just to make it a equal, 14 matches, seven a card. So I don't know. I don't see them doing an uneven, 6-7. They're either going 7-7, they're going 6-6, or hell, they might even go 8-8. They might even add like four matches. But I don't know. Given this two more weeks till WrestleMania, I see them. I see them adding two. So a couple, two of these matches we probably they probably will get added, but a few of these like that, what we're going to talk about, they just make sense to be added.
okay, so let's. I already mentioned it earlier, so let's get it out the way. The rumors have it we're gonna get a six-man tag team match: the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision, Logan and Austin Theory, and I Shall Speed. Which and now these rumors are furthered by the fact that we just watched LA Knight yeet I Shall Speed into his streaming setup yesterday.
That shit was
So
hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. That's funny. That's funny. But again, WWE is not slick. Even though we're entertained by that, once again, they got to use celebrities to carry WrestleMania. They got to have a WrestleMania, or they can't go a WrestleMania without having a celebrity on the card. I thought for a minute that we were, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna wait till it's my turn to say what I thought was gonna happen.
so I think I speak for everybody when I say we don't fucking care. And not to quote Stephen A. Smith's bitch ass, but yeah, I'm here to tell you right now, we
We
don't
don't
care.
care.
We we don't care. And honestly, if you're gonna do this match, have it open up one of the two nights because both nights of WrestleMania, the first hour is gonna be on ESPN, which essentially just makes the first hour of WrestleMania a glorified kickoff show. So honestly, if you want to do this just for the viewership, put it as the opening match of Mania. That way we can just it can happen and then we can just forget about it. So if I mean, from a business sense, that would be smart because you have big names, Logan Paul and I Shall Speed, in the social media sense, and with their following, anybody watching on ESPN could be like, "Ooh, these guys are on here," and then they'll see the match and be like, "You know what? Oh, if the match is good, you know what? Let me pay $30 for this ESPN service and check out the rest of this card and see what's going on." Which I don't suggest doing that. You keep your Netflix subscriptions. Just buy a VPN. Thank me later. Thank me in the long term. But that's neither here nor there. But either way, on to the next one. Now I actually prepared for this. I wrote down some names that I thought either should have been on Mania or should be on Mania. One of them, this one might actually be done in AAA. El Grande Americano versus OG El Grande Americano in a mask versus mask match.
I like it. I do, and like honestly, why not kick WrestleMania off with that match? It makes sense to do, but obviously they're both pretty big in AAA. Especially Ludwig Kaiser's Americano. He's really taken that gimmick and has turned it into something great. But yeah, I mean, they're obviously going to turn Gable back into Gable at some point. Um, that blessing was that injury was a blessing in disguise for Kaiser. As shitty as that sounds, but yeah, Kaiser's running that gimmick beautifully, given he can actually speak English. I mean, Spanish. So yeah,
Do we
Bill.
speak three languages? He's born speaking German, speaks fluent English, and speaks fluent Spanish. If that ain't a star, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, it's welcome. I'd be interested in seeing that match for sure. Sounds like a triple mania kind of match, but yeah, I don't know. It's uh, it's nice. Has a decent build to it. They've been, talking about it for a while now. When it does happen, it's going to be a really good match because I mean, this is essentially Ludwig Kaiser versus Chad Gable we're talking about. So, I mean, it's great. It is. So, it's going to be good. Expectations for that, I mean, would have been a smooth A. They both can ball. They both can wrestle. There's no way that match would be bad. So, I don't know. And they're both very entertaining. So, it'd be a nice match for sure.
Yeah. So, um, another one I put down, and this one should happen. And please don't snub any of these guys from the card, please. Asuka versus Io Sky and or Kairi Sane. Either a one-on-one match between Asuka and Io or a triple threat match between the three of them. Assuming, of course, they decide to finally pull the trigger on Kairi Sane turning on Asuka, which we all want her to do. This is what I talked about earlier. How long is too long for long-term booking? When are we going to have to stop playing these games and actually have Kairi turn face and break apart from Asuka and start that feud? When?
Honestly, I mean, the Kabuki Warriors have been cool and all, but like Kyrie Sane isn't a heel. You can just look at her and tell she's not a heel. She's too nice to the crowd. She's too nice on social media and stuff. People are even kind of scared that she might even be released after WrestleMania. Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate, honestly. Um, Yeah, I mean, making it a triple threat would make the most sense, honestly, because I mean, yeah, that match would be absolutely crazy. Honestly, I'd end that off with Kyrie Sane hitting an insane elbow on Asuka to get the win because I mean, Io doesn't need it. She's established. She's got the world championships and all. I mean, the only one that really needs that win would be Kyrie Sane, and Kyrie's won a good amount of matches this year by herself. I feel like Triple H had a singles push for her in mind until the tag team happened. So the more people push, the better, in my opinion. We need to set up the future for something greater. Um, I think Kyrie uh, winning a match, if that was to happen, would be the right move. But seeing as it may or may not happen, I don't know. Uh, two weeks to book that. That's there's just not enough time to give us a significant to have us believe, the spark behind it, even though we've been asking for it, but still, it's just 2 weeks isn't enough. Next week, or today we're getting SmackDown and we're probably going to, probably going to eat our words here. We're recording this as of March, or April 2000, 2000, April 3rd, 2026. So yeah, gotta say 2026 just in case, this podcast episode is up years after the fact. But yeah, this match definitely should have been on the card. I don't understand how you don't make this happen. Obviously, this is the approach they're going for. Um, Everyone's very interested in the free Kyrie stuff. So yeah, it just makes sense to do. I don't understand, like, even just Oscar versus Io Sky, yeah, it makes sense. I didn't like the inclusion of Rhea Ripley because it's like she didn't stand out really, or she didn't like she just stand out because it's like we got three Asians and an Australian, and we got a bunch of Joshi superstars and then a WWE powerhouse. So I ain't like it, but we need to keep this just three straight Joshis. We need to let these women, go off Joshi style and just go into each other. Because if you watch Stardom, you watch any type of Joshi wrestling, they are super duper stiff. They go off on each other. They absolutely beat each other's ass. I know you guys probably hate how Julia's booked, but it's not Julia's fault. Julia just can't do what Julia usually does. Julia is wrestling at 5% right now, so she's not able to give you guys what she's truly capable of. Um, and on top of that, she's got a manager for some reason, just because she can't speak fluent English. But Julia's got a ton of personality. It'd even be cool if you slid Julia in that match, make it a fatal 4-way. But I understand, no chemistry, no storyline between those, other than them all being Asian, which WWE's not above doing stuff like that, obviously. So I like it. I think a triple threat would be good. I think a one-on-one would be good. Even if we just do Kyrie and Io and have Asuka watching in the background, like, you better win this match or I'm going to beat you up. And then Io loses, or Io wins, and then Kyrie, she's beating on Kyrie, and then Io tries to stop her. And then Kyrie makes her decision to, oh, okay, like, you're both my friends, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she has to make her decision on who to help, because they're both her friends, like we said. So one's her mentor, one's someone she used to be good friends with. So I like it. There's a lot of story there. Build, would be build for sure would have been like a B. And then expectations for that match would have been a smooth A+. They all can ball, they all can go. Kyrie's got a few botching tendencies, Io as well, Asuka too, but no, they all can wrestle extremely well. If you take the chains off and let them go, they're gonna go. They're gonna give you a great match.
Yes, sir. And since you mentioned Julia, it's funny because my next one I have on my list, Julia versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's U.S. title. Which, can we just talk about the booking of the Women's United States Championship? Barring
That's
Saturday night's main event, it has not made a single PLE. And Saturday's main event is not a PLE. It should be one, but it ain't.
Yeah, you would think so, given it says live event in the show title, but um, yeah, I don't know, something wrong with that. So the booking of the Women's United States Championship has been egregious. And I slightly blame just the amount of singles talent on SmackDown. But I don't know, until they add a lot more, singles women talent. They can't do much, honestly. Like, you got to call up maybe half the roster on NXT for that.
This is why we need the draft. There should have been a draft last year. The draft should be a yearly thing. We need to change the rosters every year because then we have shit like this happen. Because guess what? All the main eventers in the women's division on SmackDown are in the tag division, which is the reason Jay Cargill has nobody to feud with. They had to have somebody from Raw win the Elimination Chamber just to give Jay Cargill a new opponent, because otherwise the other alternative would have been so the alternate option would have been to have Jade face Tiffany Stratton again, which is like, ugh. Which, like, we've seen that match too many times. Which, side note, Jade should have won at SummerSlam. She should have won the title long before she actually did, because that would have given her plenty of opportunities to have, more title defenses. So those numerous matches she had against Tiffany, even the ones where Nia Jax was involved too, like that 1-3-way on SmackDown, if Jade had won the title at SummerSlam, she would have had some extra defenses under her name. And also, speaking of which, all those matches she had while she was women's champion against Michin and B-Fab with no title on the line, why not just put the title on the line? It doesn't make sense to me. Jay Cargill has been champion for 100 plus days and only has one title defense, but to no fault of her own. Because it's not her fault. It's the people booking her.
And you know what? There's a simple solution behind this. I just don't think WWE likes it. I think if you're going to do this, either you abolish the SmackDown, either you abolish the tag team division, since it's on both shows anyways. You either give, or you either like, I understand why they make the women's tag team championships like a multi-show thing, but either you just commit to both shows having their own tag teams and just do it like that and give the women SmackDown women's tag team champions and a Raw women's tag team champ, because I don't even understand why NXT didn't have tag team championships anymore. I don't get it, but because they actually cared about that division. They actually did like do a lot with that. I liked their tag team division a lot. Um, you either abolish it or you gotta get rid of these you know mid card women's championships, because again, I love the fact that WWE is taking like the women what much more serious. Back in the day, back in Nikki Bella and Brie Bella's day, even um there was just the Divas Championship, that butterfly, that ugly ass butterfly title. That was it. That was all they had. They had one title to fight over. They had one title to fight over, and that was that. Anyone in the mid card, some people from the mid card won the main title simply because there was just one title. You think if there was mid titles that Alicia Fox would be a women's world champion today? You think Layla will be a women's world champion today? You think Michelle McCool will be a women's? Like, she probably would. Michelle McCool was a pretty decent heel back in her time. You think half the women that were champions would be champion? Ivory, Molly Holly. Like, I can't name too many women that haven't touched the women's championship back in the 2000s. I can't. Most of them did. I don't know if Tori Wilson did. I think Tori Wilson was a women's champion. She might have been. Maybe not. I don't know. She didn't need it. She was shit. She was popular. She won the title in the games when I played. So whatever. But um it's a simple fix. You gotta get rid of the tag team division and just imagine. Oh, we could have had Jade going against Alexa Bliss. We could have had Jade going against Charlotte Flair. We could have had Jade. We could have had Jade going against Bailey. Jade going against Lyra Valkyria. Jade going against Lash Legend. Jade against Nia. I mean, I don't want Jade against Nia again, but you get my point. There's like the main event stars are making the tag team division better, and like the tag team division again, I don't think people care too much. Like, again, like my I'd rather see the women's United States Championship get defended against blank. And once again, that doesn't have any contenders. What we're gonna have? We're gonna have Julia going against fucking Chelsea Green again. Chelsea's hurt. Okay, we can't have her go against her anymore. Okay, who's left? Who's left? Who's left? You're gonna have B-Fab go after Julia again, and Meechin. These women are pulling overtime. Like, I legitimately would love to see the SmackDown women's roster. Just like, I don't know, but yeah, we'll make time for that at a different venture. But yeah, Julia versus Tiffany Stratton. I guess it makes sense from a, have that women's title be defended aspect. And honestly, if they did happen, I mean, it's obvious they would have Tiffany Stratton win. Um, Sidebar: Tiffany Stratton as a face, horrible. I hate it.
Yes.
I hate it so much. She is not a face. She is a natural born heel. She
Mm,
can't
yes.
really she can't really talk as a heel. Like, people, I mean, as a face. People say she has bad promo skills, which she probably does. But she's even worse as a face because she's limited and she can't say much. She can't say anything. You know, all her gimmick is literally like a fucking cheerleader. That's her gimmick. She's a cheerleader. So yeah, I don't understand. I don't really get it. Her gimmick is literally being a mean girl. That's what she's supposed to be doing. So I don't understand. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on the United States Championship stuff. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Yeah. two U.S. women's U.S. title reigns, and they couldn't do Julia justice. Like like fucking shit. And it's like the only reason I even put it because I one to get the match on a PLE finally, and two they're having like a little feud with each other right now, so it only makes sense. And yeah, Tiffany Stratton. The reason fans started cheering her was because of her character before. That character where she was like a human Barbie doll, being one of those like acting like one of those spoiled rich girl type heels, talking about, "Ooh, daddy told me that blah blah blah." That's what we want. That's what they should have stood with. Keep her keep her as a heel, but let the fans continue to cheer her.
She needs to
Like
be
the fans,
obnoxious. That's the what that yeah, literally what you're saying. She needs to be obnoxious. That's it.
yes, but that's what fans like about her. It, but yeah, it's like, bro. But either way, I just threw that in there. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, and then if you have any suggestions, you can throw them in. You're gonna hate me for this one. Now, Sammy wasn't the only one who went after winning a title just to get on Mania. The other one was my boy Damian Priest,
Oh
as him
Lord.
and R-Truth are now the WWE Tag Team Champions. And I
Wepa.
put I yeah I put that they should. I have here on the card they should face Motor City Machine Guns, but really just any tag team because honestly, knowing
Where are
WWE,
the street profits?
apparently they're waiting for Montez Ford to bulk up. I don't know if that's true or not, but okay, the actual well, he is bulking up. I don't know if that's the actual reason, but apparently a more credible source said that they just don't have anything for them to do, and they're waiting for them for something to do for them. But
Nothing to
yes,
do.
they're the fucking
What?
street pro. I know. Don't shoot the messenger here. It's bullshit because it's like they're the street profits. When you mean nothing to do, they don't need a story. Just let them ball out. They tell their story in the ring. They're the street profits.
I just don't get this. I don't understand, man. You won't push Montez on the singles division. You tease the breakup between the two, and then you drop it, and they don't not even on TV. What are we doing when they get back? I understand, like Angelo Dawkins, he's about to have another child. His wife is pregnant, so
Oh,
yeah, well, I doubt he was out for that reason, you know. And
mm-hmm,
maybe Montez Ford is out, helping, his wife rehab. So, they both have wives, going through stuff. Bianca's hurt, and Angelo Dawkins' wife is pregnant now. So maybe he's, I don't know. But again, Angelo Dawkins' wife became pregnant like last week. So they've been off TV for months.
that's
So
gonna be big. That's gonna be baby number 3 for him, I believe. Congratulations.
I think so, either 3 or 4. I'm not too certain because he had three
I,
kids in his picture when he presented the news.
uh, well, I knew he had at least 2. So, but I'm not sure myself either. But either way, huge congrats. But yeah, I just think Priest and Truth are gonna have or at least if they're going with this whole story of Damian Priest wanting to get on the Mania card, they'll probably end up having a match of some sort against a opponent who I don't know. Honestly, I just put Motor City because I just think that would give us a good match. Um, I miss DIY. I miss Tommaso Ciampa. I know he's doing good. He's doing good things in AEW. Oh, he's putting on good matches at least. Tony Khan's a fucking shithead for giving him the TNT title and having him drop it a week and a half later. But that's neither here nor there. But I just think I think that they're gonna put Priest and R-Truth and have him give him a title defense on the card of some sort.
They probably will, and 9 times out of 10, I mean, it's probably stupid, but I say copy the women's formula. Let's go fatal 4 way. Let's put the Motor City Machine Guns. Let's go, the MFTs, and let's go Wyatt six. Let's do that. Because why not? Let's put them all on the card. Let's even make it a tornado table tag team match. Just make it interesting because I mean people aren't going to have too much. They're not going to care too much about it anyways. Given again, it's a tag team championship match. The tag team divisions outside of the women's tag team divisions have not been the best booked. I won't lie. They're all the champions in the tag team division are not exciting. Um, or in the women's case, they are about to not be exciting. But yeah, they gotta do something there. If they're gonna put the tag team titles on the card, which I mean, I don't expect that actually, because again, they missed last year. They put them in that tag team title ladder match before on SmackDown before the show.
Yeah, the TLC match.
Yeah.
That was the SmackDown after Mania,
Oh,
which is
yep.
like, yeah, it was like, well, that's another thing that pissed me off because I remember I'm on FaceTime with my friend when we were watching SmackDown that night. That TLC match went for a good, I believe, 45 minutes. I could be exaggerating, but it went on for a good time. And after that, I was looking at I'm like, yo, why didn't they put this on WrestleMania?
Yeah, I didn't get
Like
it.
you could have. All right, what I would have done, I would have swapped out the men's tag title matches. I would have just had War Raiders and New Day on Raw because it's like with the match they gave us, like, well, first of all, it could have been better. It's the War Raiders, it's the New Day. But it's like if that's how they were gonna book it, you could have just put that shit on Raw. Like, bro, why waste our time with mediocrity? Like the TLC match should have been on the Mania card. Like,
I understand why they did it just because like the New Day were winning the tag team titles and it was a little after they turned heel and stuff. And by the way, um you want to talk about fumbles. That the New Day have been booked like absolute garbage. That is a stale act. I'm sorry. And I may be saying something may super unpopular here. Go figure, right? Um I loved Kofi Kingston going against Penta on Raw this week. Actually, I've loved Kofi in all his singles matches since Xavier Woods has been down. I fear I want to see Kofi Kingston in another good singles run, and I want him to be face again. This heel shit is not working. The New Day are not convincing heels. They were better heels when they were trying to be face. But like when the New Day first started, when Big E was there and they were doing the do it for the Vine, I ain't gonna do it. Do it for like when they were doing that shit, you know. Yeah, that's the New Day that they thought they were getting. This New Day here where they're like they didn't do enough. Be assholes to everybody. You're just walking around and everyone's saying they don't like you. Go around tormenting everybody. Be heels. They had that heel heat on them for one damn week. The fans went off on them for one fucking week. Now they don't care. How do you ruin this? How? I don't get it. How? How? So it is what it is. They're already ruined. Um,
mhm.
at least for to come out of this, I wish Xavier Woods would have got his first singles championship. I'm sure that's still coming at some point, but Lord have
I hope
mercy.
so.
Yeah, Lord have mercy, man. This is not good.
By the way, New Day, fuck y'all for what y'all did to Big E. I ain't forgive y'all for that. And it's sad because Big E is now retired. That makes it even sadder because it's like, damn,
Yeah.
I miss Big E so much, man. Like, dude, and had he now, I don't know if he ever did get medically cleared, but let's say that he decided not to retire, that he did get medically cleared, and he came back. He had the perfect thing to come back to.
Oh, he did for sure.
Yeah,
He did
and
for sure. A match either a handicap match against Kofi and Woods or a match just get against Kofi or something. Like,
well,
yeah, you know why the New Day stuff didn't work out initially? So Odyssey Jones was supposed to be a big part of it. Odyssey Jones,
Yes,
they were supposed to replace Big E with Odyssey Jones, and then he got hit with those allegations by that liar.
bitch.
Who, yeah, he got found out. He got found innocent. A while after, but WWE didn't want to take chances on it. Which WWE, you brought Brock Lesnar back. You brought him back. You know, you waited. You sat on your asses. You waited. You know, you took him out the roster in WWE 2K24, but you still had him in the game mode. You couldn't keep him out. So can Odyssey Jones come back? Because he was pretty good, you know. I mean, I seen this big motherfucker. I mean, this is a 400-pound mobile man. He's a mobile 400-pounder. This is a 400-pounder can actually jump off the ground. This guy lifted both the AOP. He lifted Akam and Razor at the same time. That shit got a pop. Let's get Odyssey Jones back. Let's make that higher. Let's have Odyssey Jones help at WrestleMania. Hell, let's give Kofi a match just because. Just to reintroduce Odyssey Jones. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sidebar, WWE, um, they definitely are not equal when it comes to their punishments for things, because if you get accused of, they'll look into it,
They'll even
but if
fire
you
you
get,
for it.
if you yeah, if it's found out that you did that shit, so WWE, yeah, they have unequal punishments when it comes to certain crimes, but when it comes to domestic violence, it doesn't matter if it was true or not. They'll fire you right off the spot. The minute you're accused, you're gone. They did it to Odyssey Jones. They did it to Zachary Wentz. When come to find out, they were both innocent. Now, Zachary Wentz, as per the TNA partnership, got to be back on WWE television. Odyssey Jones has not been back since.
Yeah, they're not even even touching that situation. And maybe it's because they just didn't know what to do with him for so long. And the New Day stuff is not hitting. So it's like no reason to bring him back. But in my mind, if it's me, man, you know me. I'm gonna have something for his big ass to do. He's like, look at him. I watched him wrestle in NXT. That motherfucker can go. I watched him wrestle in Evolve even. He can go. Come on, man. Or Next Up, it was called at the time. I still think they're still doing Next Up, but man, come on, come on, come on.
Level Up, yeah. And it's fucking, and it's fucking crazy. That show came about. That was 205 Live, and then when NXT 2.0 became a thing, they decided, and this is Joe Gacy's fault, when they were having him feud with Roderick Strong for the cruiserweight title. Let me say that again. Joe Gacy challenged Roderick Strong for the cruiserweight title. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are casuals or if you actually watch the show every week. Google Joe Gacy. I'm not here to body shame, but this motherfucker is not a cruiserweight.
He ain't 205. I know that for damn sure.
No. So during the build of that, they lifted the weight restriction for the cruiserweight title so that anybody could challenge it.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Yeah, and even before that happened, they already started having non-cruiserweights wrestle on 205 Live. Like, Odyssey Jones was one of those people. And I remember seeing that. I was thrown for a loop because I was like, what? Am I saying this correctly? What is Odyssey Jones doing on 205 Live?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, and then another example, I remember one time watching Andre Chase and Solo Sikoa wrestle each other on 205. And it was like, bro.
Yeah, Solo
And even,
Sikoa has never been 205.
fucking shit. Like, bro, that's why, honestly, the rebrand to Level Up should have happened earlier than it did. Because if you're going to do away with 205 Live, just give it to that shit now. And as far as the cruiserweight title, it wouldn't matter that they lifted the weight restriction for the belt anyway, because a couple months later it would get unified with the North American title. So RIP the cruiserweight division. But yeah. So any matches you would like to see on the Mania card before we talk about our main events?
Um, you know what? It's not matches I want to see. It's just matches I expected them to do. Kit Wilson and Jelly Roll. Because why are you? First off, why? Okay, I'll save that. Jelly Roll being back at all is funny to me, but um, yeah, man. Enough. Enough, man. Please stop. Stop. I don't even mind Jelly Roll as a human being because he seems like a nice guy. He does. Um, but dog, it's just no. I like that some celebrities want to actually commit to being like, whatever. You gonna do that? I got an interesting idea. You have like a celebrity 6-man or whatever. Like you have him, you got Pat McAfee, Logan, fucking Ice Show Speed, throw goddamn Bad Bunny, like get all the celebrities that's been coming to WWE, have them do that match. But is what it is. I'm not going to give them ideas at least for free. WWE, you gotta pay me for that one. But look, another match that I expected to see. I expected them to have Johnny Gargano doing something at WrestleMania, so to have them do this planking bullshit. Uh, if not, Johnny Gargano, then I mean, The Miz. I'd love to see The Miz versus Danhausen. That'd be pretty cool. Finally have Danhausen wrestle, because why is Danhausen basically just Mister Promote everything, So whatever. It is what it is. WWE, you guys are the multi-billion dollar geniuses, and I'm just a fan, right? Um, Other than that, that's really it. Really. Um, yeah, that's really all. It's kind of crazy. That's all. But
I almost forgot before we transition off, since we were talking about matches that should have been on the Mania card, guys. Since I mentioned it earlier, in a world where Carmelo Hayes did not drop the U.S. title, I think they should have done Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Instead of having them rematch on SmackDown, which it was an amazing match, I think they deserved to have a match on a PLE, and what better PLE than WrestleMania? Because obviously those two guys could wrestle their fucking ass off. Anybody that remembers the trilogy of matches they had in NXT, whoo man, I'm still upset that they did that to Melo. But man, what we could have had. I promise y'all, had we had Melo and Dragunov face each other 1-on-1 for the US title at WrestleMania, I could guarantee you that would have most definitely been match of the night, possibly even the match of the entire Mania card as a whole, both nights included. So, man, what could have been? But of course, we just can't have good things in this world, can we? I blame you, Hunter. So, yeah, that's that. And well, the build up. I mean, I would have given the build up maybe a B minus, but the match itself would have been expectations would have been an absolute A plus. And then as far as who would have won, I don't care. This isn't an actual match on the card that we're predicting here, so I don't care who would have won. I would have just been there for the ride. I wouldn't have cared who won. I would have just been there just to enjoy the match in all its glory. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as the great Bruce Buffer would say, it's time for the main event of the evening. Well, should I say main events? Because there's two of them we have to talk about. Now,
That wasn't a bad Bruce Buffer, by the way.
yeah. So we have two main events of WrestleMania. There's still some confusion as to whether which main event is going to main event which night. But this, I guess, this will be a little bit of a side prediction. I think Cody and Randy's going to main event night one, and I think Punk and Roman's going to main event night two. So,
yeah, it could go either way, but knowing Cody ain't. Yeah, come on now. I think he's going for night two.
all right.
I
So,
think
which one you want
I think they're
to?
gonna try to have the fans go to bed all happy and stuff, and so yeah. Let's start. You know what? Let's start on a happier note. Let's start with Roman and CM Punk.
Oh, you said a happier note.
Oh yeah, a happier note
Oh,
because the booking with this one at least is consistent.
okay. Well, bring that music back because I got a rant.
Oh shit. Okay, go on ahead, brother. You got it.
Okay, so finally, I have the platform to express my dismay for this shit on the internet. I mean, I could have done it at any point, but you know what? I didn't think to, but since we're doing this podcast now, this is the perfect opportunity. So, as any of you that follows me on my Instagram you guys know that when Roman Reigns won the Rumble, you heard me say, nah, fuck this, I'm out. Because that was how I felt at the time. And I will still stand on that decision because I don't think Roman Reigns should have you see this how mad I am, I can't even talk. I don't think Roman Reigns should have won the fucking Rumble. First of all, you have Roman himself go on Pat McAfee's show the night before, whatever, to say how WWE, in the time that, Roman dropped the title, and it's in the 2 years that he hasn't been champion, have failed to build new stars. It's pretty ironic that the face of the company is telling you guys need to build new stars and stop relying on the same people, just to give that same said guy that same fucking opportunity, which could have went to somebody else. Why did Roman need to win the fucking Rumble? He didn't need it. First of all, he was just champion for 4 fucking years. That's number one. But above that, number two, he's a part-timer. If he wins the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, kiss that title goodbye, because we're not going to see it again till the next Saudi show or SummerSlam, whichever one comes first. Bro, and let me just say this. My feelings are not towards Roman Reigns. I do not hate Roman Reigns. This is nothing against him. This is against WWE for fucking booking him, for taking away an opportunity from somebody else that deserved it. Like, bro, why? Oh, I know why. Money, because he's the face of the company. So, yeah, I get that. You're trying to sell the most tickets, so of course you're going to have him win the Royal Rumble and have him in the main event of another WrestleMania. Like, how many more Mania main events does he need? He's already been in 10. This is about to be his 11th. Like, bruh, give somebody else a chance for a fucking change. Jeez. And you know what? I'm the type of guy, I know there's a lot of things that people saw and was like, yeah, I can't watch. I need a break from this. And I try to still give WWE the benefit of the doubt, despite my dismay for certain booking decisions. But this was the first time in my life, of my 8 years being a wrestling fan, seeing this, where I actually, as soon as Roman won the match, I actually turned off the TV, and I actually told myself, I need a break from this shit. Obviously, the break wasn't very long because we're over here talking about the Mania card and all that. But it's like, bruh, why?
Yeah, it's a lot to understand. It really is. It's just Roman being slotted right back in. Like, I understand it's a, like a money thing for them. Like, again, we opened up this podcast talking about how WWE, the sales ain't, it's not where it's supposed to be, they are tasked with trying their hardest to get us to want to watch, So week in, week out, we're watching crash outs from CM Punk and from Roman Reigns. Every week we're watching them take it personal. We open this rivalry up, right? Now, the other matches here, I didn't really go in depth with the booking or the build, but I will on these two matches. We start this with Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. You want to go more in depth? Um, War Games. They help each other in War Games. Paul Heyman introduces CM Punk to Roman Reigns' original Bloodline team to help Roman Reigns beat the new Bloodline, now known as the MFTs, at War Games. And of course, Roman Reigns and Team Roman won. So yeah, there was that. We have another War Games. The most recent War Games, where I don't much remember the teams. It was a ragtag team of just a bunch of people that didn't make fucking sense. But we have the Vision, we have Seth. We have Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. Um, I forget who else they had there in the team. I want to say it was Drew or something. And Brock Lesnar was there as well. So, yeah, there's that. And then over on the other team, we had Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. I want to say LA Knight was supposed to be there, right? I think Sami Zayn was on the team, if I remember correctly, and Randy or something like that, right? I'm not remembering the team correctly, but I do know that CM Punk and I know CM Punk and Roman and Cody were all on one team. And at the end of that match, Roman said that title would look so much better on me. We didn't know who he was talking to, but we found out who was the, we found out later on. So yeah, um, Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble this year, and he chooses CM Punk without any reluctance. He did not want to pick Drew McIntyre at all. Um, I mean, there was a case for it. I felt like there was a little bit more of a story, like not more of a story, but there were stories on both sides. But Drew and Roman have been going against each other for years. Drew and Roman went against each other at WrestleMania. The WrestleMania where Roman came back from fresh from his battle with leukemia. Um, After telling us he's in remission. So they had that match. So yeah, no build there anymore. But now, um, now we are faced with Roman versus CM Punk, and Roman says, "I picked you because I hate you." And they're going off on each other, and at the end, Roman says, "At the end, you are going to acknowledge me." Well, next week, you know, it's whatever. They know they make it they're subtle, subtle, like for a minute CM Punk had to carry the feud for a little second. He had to do all the promo stuff for it because Roman was not on TV for a minute. But uh yeah, at the time CM Punk was dealing with Finn Balor, so that was a little segue feud, um or at least to take true attention off of the match between Cody and or not Cody, but CM Punk and Roman. Um, yeah. So after the fact, um, just to get you guys up to speed, finally Roman shows up. Roman comes. all the drama finally gets started during this promo where they're going back and forth with each other, and Roman saying, "Hey, I'm going to retire you. I'm going to get you out of here. I don't want you around here. I can't stand you. You're not shit. You made my life harder than it ever should have been, saying all that stuff about WWE when I was the top guy and I had to carry this show. You weren't here. You were trying to bury this show and I was the guy that tried to make it better." Well, how does CM Punk respond? Well, he responds by saying, "I'm going to bury you next to your father." After that, the week right after that, we get into a situation where these two obviously can't stand each other. It's obvious. And, well, yeah, it boils over. So, look, CM Punk uh, and Roman, they don't go at it the very next week. The Usos now take over. Roman comes and he wants to well, he wants to talk to CM Punk, but he says, "Jay, I need you to get out the ring," because the Usos felt disrespected. You're disrespecting the bloodline. You're not just disrespecting Roman, you're disrespecting the bloodline. You didn't just disrespect Roman by talking about Alpha. You didn't just disrespect Roman by talking about by talking about a legendary Samoan tag team Hall of Famer. So the Usos are, or should I say, Jay is crashing out on Jimmy, or Jay and Jimmy are in the ring, and Jay's the crash out, and Jimmy's the composed one, and Jimmy is the more dangerous one here because he's the one with the quiet rage. Jay is the one who wants to tear CM Punk's head off, and they're both telling him, "Apologize." Jimmy says, "CM Punk, you are the voice of the voiceless, and you said something about someone without a voice." And it was beautiful. Jimmy wants reason. Jay wants blood. Well, Rowan comes out and says, "Hey, I'm going to need y'all to leave. Jimmy, get your brother out of here. I'll handle this." Well, it didn't matter because CM Punk said something else disrespectful. Jay blitzes around Jimmy, and Jay gets punched in the face. But didn't matter because it didn't matter that Roman seemingly disrespected Jay. He came up and he protects Jay. He protects Jimmy. He protects his cousins who were there with him for that 4-year title reign. So he Superman punches CM Punk. Jay says, "Joe, Joe, Joe, do that. End this shit. You know what you got to do. End it." And Roman hits CM Punk with a spear, a soul cutting spear. He cuts that man in half, and then he sends him out the ring, and then he throws him through the announcer table. And CM Punk's laughing with a shit eating grin on his face. He is laughing, saying, "I'm not the one that's going to need help." SmackDown comes, Roman's there. And Roman's saying, "You know what? Everybody needs to be mad at this guy. All the Samoans, you get mad. He didn't just make fun of me. He didn't just make fun of my father. He talked crazy about the family. If anybody else wants to get at him, by all means, do it. Y'all get what y'all want, but I'm gonna finish him off at WrestleMania. I'm gonna beat his ass at the grandest stage of them all." Another promo happens. They're saying their usual stuff. They're going in on each other. It culminates with CM Punk then being called old by Roman Reigns. This upsets CM Punk, although, in my opinion, very fucking confusing. Why are you getting mad at being called old? Why are you madder at Roman for being called old than Roman was mad at you for you saying fuck your pops, essentially. So, feud aside, it's weird that the Z-Bros are feuding, but whatever. I then the next week happens, or this past Monday, should I say, and they talking, they brawling, they going at it, they scrapping, they are head to head fighting, and CM Punk gets the better of Roman Reigns. He hits him with the GTS first, and then he throws him through the table. And he's doing the Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, like the crowd usually does with him and Cody Rhodes. Him, Cody Rhodes, and Dominic Mysterio sometimes. Uh, so yeah, that all happens. As far as a build goes, they're building it well. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was confused with the whole getting mad at being old thing, and the explanation CM Punk gave didn't really help things either. I didn't like that at all. He just, again, it just didn't sound good. He doesn't get to call me old. You all get to call me old. I love being old, but he doesn't get to say that. Why are you? Well, what? I mean, Roman's old too. So I don't get the old thing. I mean, Roman is not too far from retiring himself. So I don't understand. I don't get it. The rest of this feud has been red hot. I thought maybe CM Punk was about to have to beat Roman up for a different reason. I thought Roman was gonna come on the show and say, "Hey, you know what? Fine. You could bury me next to my dad, but I'm gonna bury your ass next to Larry. I'm gonna bury your ass next to yada yada, your father. I'm gonna bury, you know what I'm saying? What about that mom that you can't see because you sued her? What about that friend, that podcast friend that you can't hang out with anymore because you sued him? Like go off, make it real personal with him. Because he may be personal with you, but all you said was, oh, your dad, or you're old, CM Punk. The insecurities we hit here is you're old. So that's the one low light. But
Mhm.
nonetheless, I, I, this build is getting an A. This build is getting an A. It's too golden to say anything negative about. I mean, honestly, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. This build makes me want to see it. This was the first build of WrestleMania that actually made me want to actually see WrestleMania. Truly, like this was the first match that was like, okay, there's no way I can miss WrestleMania because of this match. So, um, yeah, and then we talking expectations. I think they're gonna tear the house down. Um, Even with it just being a simple one-on-one match, no, they're going to destroy each other. You're going to see blood during this match. You will. I find it interesting they're doing this because I think next year, if you want to really tie off on the triple threat that happened last year, you have Roman go against Seth Rollins finally at WrestleMania 1-on-1. But it is what it is. They've been overdue for a 1-on-1 WrestleMania match. Even though they faced each other at WrestleMania, but it was inadvertent. Seth Rollins cashed in. And of course they had the triple threat match last year, but whatever. Expectations. I'm going to give this match another A. I expect this to match the build. I expect it to match the hype. CM Punk knows how to ball when it's time to deliver on a big match. He delivered with Seth Rollins. He delivered with Drew McIntyre. Hell, he even was about to deliver with Logan Paul's dumbass for some reason. But he's a hooper. He's going to give us a great match. And Roman Reigns, of course, is Mr. Big Match. He's going to deliver a great match too. So I have no reason to believe that this match won't be one of the best we've seen in a long time. I think that this is the match that makes the main event of WrestleMania, whether it's night one or night two. I think this is what's going to send the fans home happy. Um, Now, before I pass it on to you for your build grade and your expectations, I must say this to the people: appreciate Roman Reigns while you have him, because this run he's on, with the title, without the title, whenever this man shows up, the fans they get up, they scream. He delivers great promos now, and he tries his hardest to make this show better. Hell, the fact that he wanted a youngin to take his spot. You know, he cares a lot. Roman cares a lot about this company. So appreciate Roman and also appreciate CM Punk. CM Punk, this is clearly his last go around. He's about to be, what, 50? He's, what, 40, 48? CM Punk is about to be done in a minute. The fact that he can deliver these matches at nearly 50 years of age is absolutely wonderful. Well, however you feel about him personally, CM Punk has given us amazing matches. And hell, some of you guys may think he's a hypocrite, but CM Punk is trying to change. You know, he had those brawls in AEW, given the reason why he did that, I can't even really blame CM Punk. But uh, since he's been back in WWE, you have not heard any type of drama. You haven't heard anyone saying that they don't care for whatever. CM Punk's got along with everyone in the back. He's mentored people in NXT. He cares. So both of these guys care a lot. The least we can do is care for this match. That's all I gotta say. So what we giving for the the booking and for the expectations?
All right. So some of you are going to feel that I'm contradicting myself here because of this little tirade I just had. But let me just say this. My only beef with this is that Roman won the Rumble and that this match is for a title, a world title. Because I have no problem with the match going on. I just don't like that I just don't like that we're pushing Roman Reigns into another world title match. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think he needs to be in the world title scene again. I don't think he needs another world title, especially since, like Lee just mentioned, he doesn't have that many more years here in WWE. I mean, he's a part-timer now, so he's going to come and go. That was my only complaint about this, about that. I like the fact that we're doing Punk and Roman because I do think, that they deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania. I just don't think they need to be feuding for a title. I mean, the animosity they have towards each other speaks for itself. Title be damned. Like, title be damned. Let these two, have just a straight blood feud, just two people that just straight hate each other and just want to rip each other to pieces because of, and they have history with each other too, which makes this better. So, barring, I do enjoy the fact that, I have been enjoying this build. Of course, the only flaw about the build is, of course, Punk flipping out because Roman called him old, which is like, why would you get offended by that? Like, and I'm surprised that, yeah, they haven't pulled the card of Roman mentioning Larry, especially considering how recent Punk and Lee's dog, how recent his death was. I don't know why. That would have been the most obvious thing. Yeah, like, all right, fine. You could bury me next to my father, but when I beat you, I'm gonna bury you next to your dog. Like, that was the most obvious thing to go for, but they didn't.
Hell, maybe they're saving it for the go home show to make it, make CM Punk really flip off. Maybe see Roman, it hit more of Roman talks via satellite or something like that, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not there, and I'm not there for a reason. I just want to let you know that you may have made room for, like, yeah. I think it hits better that way. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's still gonna happen because again we do have 2 weeks. So after this SmackDown and then next week and there it is.
Well, this is happening on Raw, but Raw, SmackDown, same shit. But either way,
Or no,
so
I meant like after this SmackDown and we got one more week and then
oh
yeah, yep.
I see what you mean now. But yeah, so I, despite how I feel about Roman winning the Rumble, I don't hate the fact that we're doing this match. I just hate the fact that it's for a title. But either way, I'm gonna give the build an A as well. Only it would be A plus if that whole "you're old" thing didn't happen.
Yeah, that's my only like discrepancy too. Like it just sounded really dumb, and it's like it didn't even have to be stupid. It's just CM Punk's explanation didn't make sense. Like you guys get to call me old, but Roman doesn't. Like, why? So it kind of just takes away like so you're old, but CM like but Roman can't call you old. Like I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Maybe he
and
thinks
then
he's a
that's,
hypocrite or something. I don't know. I don't get it.
yeah, and I mean, there's so many other things to go at Punk for that there's so many other things that they haven't used yet. Well, not just the Larry thing, you know. Again, everything you said about oh, you want to talk about my dad? Let's talk about your mother. Oh wait, you don't see her anymore because you sued her. Let's talk about your best friend. Oh wait, you can. Oh wait, you guys aren't even friends anymore because he helped you sue her, and then look at how that tore a rift in your friendship. Shit like that. Like there's other things we could be mentioning here to just make this better. Which I hope they make up for this whole your old thing by going down that route because that's the only way to really salvage that. But either way,
You can expect the F bomb to drop at some point because they've both already been saying shit. Like Jay said shit, CM Punk said shit, Roman said shit. They're letting the shits fly for sure. Unlike Rhea and Jade, it's not literal shit, but um, yeah, no, they're letting the shits fly for sure. I expect the F bomb though. If Cody Rhodes can tell The Rock go fuck himself and it not be censored, that I fully expect to hear Roman say, like maybe CM Punk. CM Punk's more likely to say that. Like, yeah, whatever, man. Fuck you or something. I expect it.
yeah. So build is definitely a the mat as far as my expectations for the match. I'm gonna say I do think it's gonna be a great match. I think that it's gonna be heated. Obviously, they're gonna want to rip each other to shreds. I think we're gonna get some crazy shit. You know, somebody's gonna go through the 3 ounce table again. Roman's probably gonna spear Punk through the barricade. The referee's gonna get knocked out. The Usos are gonna get involved. But I'm gonna give this an A minus only because I know they're gonna drag this out as they tend to do with these Roman Reigns matches nowadays. They tend to make these matches longer than they have to be. So, and especially for somebody like Roman, he's a great wrestler, but he's also very limited in the ring as well. So I think this match is going to be one of those matches that's going to be, slow and steady wins the race. But they're going to drag it. They're going to drag the shit out. And I'm not a big fan when they do that. So build up the expectations for the match is at A minus. And now the winner. Everybody knows who I want to win by that little tirade. I want Punk to win, only for the sole reason of I don't want Roman to win the title and then hold it hostage. But I don't trust WWE enough to give Punk the win. I think because all they care about is money, I think they're going to go with the money decision. And I'm not a fan of this. I hope I'm wrong. This is going to piss me off to see this shit happen. But sadly, my final prediction of what I think is actually going to happen is going to be Roman becoming the new world heavyweight champion. This is going to grind my fucking gears.
uh, oh man, I predicted winner for me, man. I who do I want to win? I like both of these guys. I do. Am I a fan of this whole CM Punk and nice guy shit? Not too much, honestly. But at the same time, I'll say this much. CM Punk is a decent Disney World Champion. Obviously, he wasn't supposed to be World Champion because of the Seth Rollins stuff. But I'll say this. You know, I wouldn't much mind either of these guys winning. So, but uh, I, as far as want, I am probably gravitating more towards. Ooh, damn, it's tough. You know what? Because here's the thing. As far as part time champions go, let me ask you guys this question. Even you, fans, let me ask you this: what's the difference between a part-time champion and a champion that doesn't wrestle week to week? Because CM Punk doesn't wrestle week to week. He can if you ask him to, but he just doesn't do it. He doesn't wrestle week to week, but Roman sometimes he won't be there. If he's committed to the storyline, he'll be there week to week. I'm sure if you ask Roman, he'd want to be here on a week to week basis. But I mean, who wouldn't take the schedule that Roman has? Show up for the big time. Show up for the big money, you know? So I see where everyone's talking about when they say, Roman winning essentially means you won't see the title for a minute. But I got two variables here. One, I want to see how Roman looks with that title. And two, um, yeah, it's Roman fucking Reigns. Roman Reigns is one of the other faces of the company. I mean, Cody's nice and all, but as you're about to hear in a minute, I got a problem with him being face. I just don't think like if like okay with CM Punk, right? I like the idea of him winning and retaining, and then along the lines, getting tangled back up with Seth or something, or whatever the case may be. Because if CM Punk wins, yeah, I understand like the type of challengers he could have. It's interesting because CM Punk, he's here for this shit. Roman, you don't know. Roman's another case where he could probably like again taking a title off of Roman does more for for whoever takes the title off of him versus CM Punk. I believe. I think if you have Braun take a title off of Roman, that shit sets Braun up. It does the same for CM Punk, but I, like I think you're a made man if you beat Roman Reigns nowadays. And Bronson Reed did it last. He's the last person to pin Roman Reigns, if I'm correct. It made
Yeah.
him seem like a bigger star, you know. So like Bronson Reed beat Seth, Bronson Reed beat Roman. Shit, he could. I'm sure he could have beat CM Punk at some point. Like so that matters. Um, so who do I want to win? Company wise, like storyline wise, I'm split. I'm truly split. I am, but I'm giving more favor to Roman. Now, who do I think is going to win? I actually think CM Punk is going to retain. I actually see CM Punk retaining. I think Triple H likes what he has in CM Punk as a champion. I just think that this match is a big attraction to get people to show up, but they have no plans on not proceeding with CM Punk. I think they're gonna keep going with CM Punk. Uh, and then you know, um, as for the fallout, like again, I ponder what happens after WrestleMania with these type of rivalries. Um, like if you're Roman and you win the title, who's the first person you go against afterwards? Who's the very first person? And then with CM Punk, who's the first person you got for him? Like I think they have more matches lined up for Roman than they do CM Punk. But I also think that CM Punk is a more willing champion. I think Roman is the bigger prize. And that's why I want Roman to win, just for the bigger shot value for when he actually does lose that title to whoever he loses it to. Because I don't think we're in store for another 4-year reign. That's not going to happen. I think Roman's not going to even hold this title for a year. I think Roman's going to hold this title up until the next big money pay per view, and then he's just going to drop it to whoever. So, um, that's why I personally want Roman to win because I understand that the match that's had after that fact that is going to be electric. So there's that. Um, Yeah, there's that. So A for the build, A for the expectations. I think they're going to tear the house down. Um, and I think CM Punk is going to take it home because I don't think they have a reason not to give the title back to him. I think this match was just made because to put asses in seats, really.
Yeah, I hope he does win. And I know our predictions are flipped as far as who we want to win versus who we think will win. But yep, I even though I predicted even though I put Roman as who I think, I'm leaning kind of more towards Punk as far as like personally.
Yeah, look, that match, that match, I have positive things to say about the build. This next match, this final match that we're here to talk about, yeah, man. So for this one, I'm gonna let Silas take take the lead on this one because
Okay,
I have nothing good to say. I'm sorry.
don't blame you. The path of how we got here has just been one big shit show. So let's do this, shall we? So what we believe to be, I believe this is going to be the night one main event, but we've decided to save this one for last in this podcast. This is the last match we're talking about. It could be the night two main event because of more recent events. So Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Randy Orton. So how did we get here? It all started back in January where Cody lost the title to Drew McIntyre. Drew was champion for like a good 2 months before dropping it back to Cody. But when they signed that contract for the 3 Stages of Hell match, there was a stipulation in the contract. And I don't understand why we even have this nowadays where we have so-and-so signs contract without reading it trope. Because even though we don't see it as often as other tropes, it's still like, why? Like, bro. But basically, there was a stipulation that if Cody lost the title to Drew, that he was not going to get a rematch. Not right away. No, he wasn't going to get a rematch unless he earned one. And that's why we had Cody Rhodes compete in the Royal Rumble and then qualify for the Elimination Chamber. But he didn't win either of those matches. But why is he champion again? Well, because Drew McIntyre stuck his nose in Cody's business and screwed him out of both matches. And Nick Aldis decided to just say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm putting the title. You're going to defend the title against Cody. So we have Nick Aldis to thank for Cody Rhodes being WWE champion again in storyline. Even though we have, as far as real life goes, it's the bald fraud in the back in gorilla position. Because of fucking course, we're going to have Cody Rhodes as the champion going into WrestleMania. First of all, just like I said, how they did Carmelo Hayes dirty, they kind of did it they did Drew McIntyre dirty as well. But at least Drew is on the card at all. As of right now, Melo's not booked. Now, they could add him to the card after the recording of this. But whatever. So, Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber. And because Cody dethroned Drew on SmackDown to become the new WWE champion for the 3rd time, it's led us up to this match. And Randy Orton, for the first time in forever, is finally a heel again. And he's kind of returned his 2009 roots. The only thing we're missing is for him to RKO Brandy, kiss her in front of Cody, and then Punk kick Cody's head off. But and here's the thing about that. The fans are starting to turn on Cody. The fans are starting to turn on him. Randy's the heel in the situation, but he's the one getting cheered. In fact, when he did turn heel, he got a super loud pop. And now the fans are starting to boo Cody despite him being the babyface. So we have a very interesting dynamic character-wise. But the overarching build as it relates to Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu's involvement is what makes this a complete shit show. Jacob inadvertently costs Cody his title the first time. He has a little thing with Cody. They were booked to have a match at Saturday Night's Main Event in January. Match never got officially started. Then they had that qualifying match on SmackDown, and of course, for some reason, we have Jacob Fatu divert his attention away from Cody, back on Drew, because even though it was Cody who he cost the title through the 3 stages of hell, it was Drew he attacked first, because he's still hell bent on Drew was the one that attacked him and took him out. So that's why I was saying earlier, because of the whole confusion around this whole build, this should have been a fatal 4-way match for the WWE title, despite Randy winning the Elimination Chamber. And look, I know, because me and Lee had this conversation privately. If you win a Rumble, if you win a Chamber, you should get a one-on-one opportunity, and it shouldn't be made into some triple threat match. Now, that's lead us to have some of the best matches ever in Mania, but that's not the point. Now, I think from a storyline perspective, even if it would have been like why, like doing a fatal 4-way for the title, even if it would have made sense because of Randy winning the Chamber and not getting a one-on-one when he rightfully deserves it, it would have at least turned this whole storyline, this whole between, all 4 of these men, it would have brought it together in a way that we could satisfyingly conclude all their story arcs. So with that being said, the only way that I would have seen that happening is if Jacob actually caused a disqualification, which would have allowed Drew to retain by DQ, and then get us to this fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. But the sad part is, I think Cody would have still won anyway. It's about damn time WWE stops pushing Cody and just, let him do some other things and stay away from the main event scene. Which is why, well, first of all, as far as the build up to this whole thing, if we're talking about just Cody and Randy, these two, then I'm going to give it a B- only because they haven't had a promo yet, post Randy turning heel, that is. And, yeah, they've been wanting to rip each other to shreds, but then, it's like they haven't even acknowledged their history with each other with legacy and stuff. And on top of that, you got all these guys getting involved to separate them. One of them being Jelly Roll, which is like, bruh, why is Jelly Roll being this like trying to be the angel on Randy Orton's shoulder? What is Jelly Roll? Shouldn't have any inclusion in this at all. And that's one thing. And it's like we haven't got an official like a heel Randy versus face Cody promo mentioned, where they actually got to talk on the mic with each other. And it's like they're still mismanaging this feud. As great as it is that we have heel Randy again, there's missed opportunities here, which I hope they salvage. In fact, SmackDown is in St. Louis tonight, and I know Randy ain't gonna get booed because that's his hometown. There ain't no chance in hell he's gonna get booed. But it's like, honestly, I forgot. I forgot what match it was. You said that they should do a double turn. I think they need to do a double turn at WrestleMania, because if you're gonna keep Cody champion, I think it's time to turn him heel. I think Cody should be a heel now, and well, Randy could always just be like a tweener. Like, we already turned Randy heel. We're not going to turn him back to being face. Just keep him the same way he is, instead of have Cody be like Homelander Cody, like everybody wants him to be. But yeah, but build up. If we're talking about recent events, B-. If we're talking about the whole overarching thing with Drew and Jacob's involvement. I give it a D. Now, as far as I'm gonna say who I want and who I want to win is Randy, but who I think is gonna win, that one's a tough nut to crack because that could go either way. Um, I'm gonna. I'm kind of caught in the middle here. You know what? While I sit here and think about it, I'm gonna let you take the wheel and get out what you have to say, and then we'll circle back to this. So, after I just went on that little rant of mine previously, we have a recent development, and it goes to show you how long we've been filming this for. Because I was watching SmackDown in the background of filming this, and guess what? So you know how we've been having those little vignettes of Randy Orton on the phone with somebody? The person he was on the phone with has just been revealed, and I shit you not.
Wait, wait, wait,
And
wait,
I
wait, 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 wait.
uh huh.
Let me get three guesses. Three, because I've been sitting here playing a game the whole time, so I'm not watching SmackDown. I'd have no idea. So let me get three guesses, and you tell me if I'm on the money or not.
Okay.
All right. One, is it Kevin Owens?
No.
Two, is it uh was it Stephanie?
No.
Man, I'm really trying my hardest not to say like I didn't want to lead off with this like third name, but is it Ted DiBiase Jr.?
No.
Wow, what the fuck? That made all three of them make sense. So who the fuck could this be? This shit is not fucking Gold Dust. Shit, who is it?
Everybody now. Everybody was thinking Cowboy Bob Orton. It wasn't him, even though it would have made sense. That's Randy's father.
It's not Charlotte, right? Bubba Ray Dudley's idea, right?
No.
Stupid shit, but had to say it.
Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Lee's live reaction to who Randy was on the phone with. I shit you not. Pat McAfee.
So, guys, this was a great podcast. We will talk to you next time. This was a great show, guys. Like honestly, it was amazing. Um, nah, you're joking, right?
I I wish.
You're
I fuck. Go
you
on in, go on Instagram right now.
this can't be, man. This is no way. This and guys, by the way, I I, I love this podcast. We are yeah, I'm doing this live. I'm doing this live. I need to see the live fucking like just oh my god. I think I'd be a better reception looking at this on Twitter, actually. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I know good and well that there is a bunch of people that have nothing good to say about this. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a whole nother week of WrestleMania to go. There's a whole nother week to build this. So what I was going to originally give it, oh my god, you motherfuckers. Y'all really did it. Y'all really did it.
Cue the music.
You really did it. I I'm lost. I mean, I'm so fucking lost. I cannot fucking believe that this is even a prospect. Um, um, I'm oh my god. I just I'm so done. I am so fucking done with this show. I can't believe this shit. I honestly can't believe it. I'm so in shock. Like you think of all those easy layups in life, right? You know the phrase, it'd be like kicking a like kicking a puppy, or like stealing candy from a baby, or just stuff like that. Be easy to do. It's not a good feeling behind it. Well, cut that fucking music on. It's time. It is time. Pat McAfee attacks Randy or Cody Rhodes. Pat McAfee. Oh my god. This is the first time ever in my life that my whole body got hot before saying something. Phantom, Silas, you have heard me crash out for years. You haven't heard shit yet. This is about to be the worst crash out I ever have. My body is hot. Hot! This is the worst shit ever! Fuck the FBI. This shit is absolute. No, fuck. Jade, Rhea, I apologize. I fucking apologize. This couldn't be built worse. Because at the very least, Rhea won a chamber, and this is just two opponents going at it. Randy won a chamber, and this is supposed to just be two opponents going at it. You know, it really speaks to you. Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble. She's a Raw superstar. She picked a Raw champion. Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. He's a Raw superstar. He picked a Raw champion. You know why? Because SmackDown is worthless. This is ass. McAfee? A commentator? Pat? The NBA, the NFL's Hall of Fame kicker is the voice in Randy's fucking head. You include Jelly Roll. There are two celebrities that are trying to influence Randy Orton's fucking mindset. I would have rather Ted DiBiase, they shoehorned Ted DiBiase into this shit. Because at the very least, they have history. It would have been insensitive, given, you know, Ted DiBiase was just on trial, even though he was acquitted. He was found not guilty. I am in goddamn disbelief. Triple H. Have you lost your fucking fuck? Ooh. I'm so mad I can't talk. My hand is shaking. I can't even play this game. My body is hot. Hot. And I have to sit here and try to make sense of this bullshit? Who gives a damn? Why? What integral part is like Randy doesn't need a fucking manager. He doesn't need an out loud voice in his head. Stephanie just did that great work, that great fucking work on Monday and said, Randy's voices don't just call to him, they beckon him. We heard that with that great back and forth. And this is the fucking payoff. This is the payoff. I would have rather Dan fucking Housen been the goddamn voice. I would have rather fucking Logan Paul been the goddamn voice. I would have rather got fucking Clavicular been the goddamn voice. I would have rather fucking goddamn Erica Kirk been the goddamn voice. I would have rather fucking anyone else been the damn voice over fucking Pat God McAfee. This is bullshit. This fucking feud is garbage. You've been building this shit for 2 fucking years. 2! I got a vein coming out my neck the size of fucking Georgia. Cause this shit makes me angry. Cody Rhodes comes back to WWE, he loses to fucking nobody, and he gets slotted in the dumbest goddamn feuds imaginable. Last year I had to watch Cody Rhodes lose to John Cena because of Travis fucking Scott. And now this year you're telling me the integral part of a rivalry that could have stemmed since 2010 is Pat fucking McAfee and Jelly motherfucking Roll. A fat ass country singer and a stupid ass retired fucking Republican goddamn podcaster. Who's a shit commentator, by the way. Absolute disgust. True ass. True ass. You take the ass of every woman on this on SmackDown, on Raw, on NXT, combine them, and this rivalry's ass is still bigger and fucking just dumber. Ass. It's ass. Do you hear me out there? It's ass. It's terrible. Silas just did us a grace of telling us how this storyline is going. My good friend, I've been friends with Silas for half a damn decade. And this shit is the one thing that surprises me the most since I've known this man. That he had to tell me that Pat McAfee is the voice in Randy Orton's motherfucking head. That he's been on the phone with Randy Orton. So what was the point of you saying, oh, wrestling has more than one royal family? Fucking related to him? Is Pat McAfee suddenly from fucking St. Louis, Missouri? Oh, he's related to his wife. Related to Kim Orton. Yeah? I'm willing to believe. Tell me something, anything. Make me believe something, Triple H. Give me something. Tell me something. What? What are you doing? Cody is your WWE champion, and you're booking him in nonsense every year in and year out. Drew McIntyre had to lose a title for this. Drew had to lose a title for this shit. He had to make way for this bullshit. Drew had to lose his title so he could defend his motherfucking title. So Cody could defend the title against Randy Orton. And in his corner is Patrick McAfee. Do I have this correct? I'm not being punked. I looked at it myself. The dumb jackass is sitting there with motherfucking glasses on indoors, looking down with a microphone in hand, looking at Cody Rhodes and live. Let's do this live, okay? I don't much agree with people all the time, okay? That's whatever, okay? But let me read some of the tweets, okay? Let me read
Ooh,
let me read some of the tweets up to this
ooh,
fucking point. All right?
ooh, we got an impromptu podcast segment.
Triple H is officially the worst booker of all time. Why has McAfee just turned heel and joined Randy Orton? This is hilarious, bro. Said by Tribal Wrestling. All right. Oh, you want to see Cody get booed? Here you go. LMFAO. Randy and Pat talk backstage after opening segment of SmackDown. Anyone else buying this whole bring back the Attitude Era to save the business angle? I'm not. Pat McAfee tweets an hour ago, you might wonder why I'm here. That was me on the phone. Yeah, okay, brother. Sure. You know something, man. I just you Triple H, you've introduced Matt Cardona to this rivalry. Matt Cardona gets beat up. He shows up, same, next week. He punches Randy in the mouth. Cool. Matt Cardona gets his ass beat. Cool. Nice. I like that Randy crashed out. Nice. He crashed out on one of Cody's friends. Cool. Nice. Everyone likes Zach. Everyone likes Matt. He introduced Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton have been friends for months. They teamed up at one goddamn show. They teamed up for one match, and now they're fucking best friends. Randy, don't do it. This isn't you. Don't know who the fuck he is. This isn't you. I watched this motherfucker pull Jeff Hardy's fucking ear. His fucking ear gauge. I watched
Thanks.
Randy Orton RKO Stephanie McMahon and kiss her in front of her fucking handcuffed husband. I watched Randy Orton punt kick CM Punk and made him relinquish his title. I watched Randy Orton punt kick Dusty fucking Rhodes in front of his son. I watched Randy Orton punt kick John Cena's father in front of his son. What do you mean this isn't you, Randy? Who are you? Who is, pardon my language, who is this nigga? Who is he? Who? Fucking who? Know who Randy Orton is? You just met him. Who? You don't know who he is, Jelly Roll. Shut the fuck up. What? Because you wanted to sing his theme song and y'all spent a summer together? Like, who are you? This is like when a girl meets you and she thinks she can fucking change your whole life because, oh well, I've seen your good side. Bitch, you ain't seen nothing. You haven't seen shit. Are you serious? And insert Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee was just wrestling Gunther. And he commentates again. And then he takes a break. And he's just like, the last time he talked to somebody, it was fucking Roman Reigns. Where the fuck? I think I'm losing my mind. I think my mind, I think I've lost my mind. I think I've lost my mind. I think I've lost my mind for Triple H. I think I've lost it for him. Someone has to have lost their mind. It might have to have been me. I think it's me. Because if it's not me, then it's got to be you, Silas, right? It's got to be you, right? You're punking me. You're tricking me. You're trolling me, right? I get mogged, right? Yeah, yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, all right. Nice joke, Silas. Nice. Oh no, it wasn't a joke. I looked on Twitter. I seen it wasn't a joke. Silas was telling me the unrequited, honest motherfucking truth. He was telling me the truth. And for once, Silas, I wish you were lying to me. I wish you were fucking lying to me. What do you mean bring the Attitude Era back? Pat, do you know what you were doing when Randy Orton was punt kicking people? You were punt kicking footballs. You were getting field goals for the Colts. You motherfuckers don't know who Randy Orton is. You don't know. This build grade is a fucking F. F fucking minus. What letter comes before F? E? It's an E. It's so ass, it's not even an F. It's an E.
And not E for effort, E for egregious.
E for extra for nothing. E for enough. Cody, you love saying that word? Well, really, enough. I can't even fucking blame Cody this time because Triple H's head is clearly up Ari Emanuel's ass in the middle of getting his dick sucked by the woman of his choosing in the back. He's just a fucking absolute disgrace as a booker. I can't believe I'm about to say these goddamn words. But where the fuck is Vince McMahon? Because god damn, I've never seen this level of stupid before. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen booked. And that stands with the gobbledygooker being that surprise in the egg. This stands with Hornswoggle being Mr. McMahon's fucking son. Yes, this is one of the worst booking decisions. It stands with oh no, that was Triple H, this Travis Scott shit. Hell, this even stands with Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker. It stands with all of that. It stands with Baron Corbin retiring Kurt Angle. It stands with Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's fucking son. It stands with fucking Layla and Michelle McCool bullying Mickey James for being fat, even though she very well was in shape. It stands with John Cena beating and burying Nexus at SummerSlam. It stands with fucking Randy Orton somehow being able to walk on his own 2 feet after Triple H fucking watched his wife get kissed and RKO'd and sat up in there and had a good little singles match at WrestleMania. It stands against all of that. Pat McAfee being the voice. We've been hearing this theme song for years. I want y'all to realize how stupid this shit is. Randy Orton has stood with this gimmick, having voices in his head since 2009. Almost 20 years he stood with this gimmick. 20 years with one gimmick. 20 years. And they threw it all away because the voices in Randy's head was Pat McAfee this entire time. That is 20 years in the goddamn toilet. The theme song doesn't even make sense anymore. Because now I don't hear voices in my head. I see them on the commentary table. It's stupid. It's dumb. What is the payoff? Oh, I know. Let's have Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll go against Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. I see through you dumbasses. Let's have Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes, a celebrity and a well-defined wrestler, go against a celebrity and a well-defined wrestler. Do I have all this correct? Do I have this right? Or, oh, wait, it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Matt Cardona versus Randy and Pat McAfee. Who else is going to join Randy Orton? Who else? The build is fucked. This is the worst build ever. You go to Raw, you put up this decent promo with Stephanie. She tells you you ain't shit and you ain't gonna win, and you say thank you, just for you to get your ass beat in 4 days time. 4 days. It took you 4 days for that thank you to not mean nothing. You're a waste of time. This fucking rivalry is a waste of time. 2 years, Silas. 2 years, Silas. Randy Orton's been peeking over at the fucking title. Looking. Helping Cody. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. You're my best fucking friend. I love you, Cody. You're so cool, big bro. I love you, man. Keep the title, man. You're awesome. 2 years. 2. He's been staring at this goddamn title. 2. 2. And this is our payoff. 2 weeks before WrestleMania. WrestleMania is on April 16th and 17th, right?
Um,
17th.
18th and
Okay. And we have a little more than 2 weeks to show the world that this rivalry can materialize into something. And this is what you're giving us with 2 weeks left. Yeah. I'm F. Let me calm down for you guys. F. I'm giving the build an F. I'm giving the build an F. The expectations, this match will be good. Yes. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes will put on a good match. Without interruption, without Pat McAfee, without Jelly Roll, without Matt Cardona, without the outside inter-fucking eruptions, they will have a good match. The expectations, I am going to give it. You know, expectations, I'm going to give it a B. Because I expect an interruption. I expect someone that isn't involved in this match to get involved. I expect that. and I don't want it. This, by all rights, should be a one-on-one match. The fact that we've had to insert two celebrities into this shows me that Triple H, that WWE is not for us anymore. And I have a tear in my eye as I say that. This is disgusting. Two main events straight. They sold out. And they gave this shit to celebrities. How many fucking years? They've been building this, Silas. They've been building this for years, Silas. And they give us this. Feed them expectations. They shit failure. I can't believe it. Travis Scott gets involved last year, and now I gotta watch Jelly Roll and fucking Pat McAfee get involved this year. And I'm just led to believe next WrestleMania we're gonna see goddamn fucking Spider-Man at WrestleMania. Like, I don't fucking put it past them not to just have Spider-Man and Thor and the Punisher going up against fucking Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk to win back to gain the WWE back from Thanos or something. That's the stipulation that's gonna fucking happen next year. A fucking damn a paternity test match. Are you really Dusty Rhodes' son? That's what's gonna happen next WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes. Because this dude, I don't get this. I don't get it. F and B. As for my winner, I'm going to say that the winner of this match I want to win is Randy Orton. I want Randy to get far the fuck away from Cody Rhodes. If this is what I can expect from here on going forward, I don't want Cody and Randy in the same fucking room. I don't want y'all in the same goddamn hemisphere. I don't even want y'all on the same planet after WrestleMania. If this is what I have to see, if this is the bullshit that I can expect from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, from Paul Levesque, his booking going forward, I don't want y'all in the same company. I want Randy Orton to win, and I want Cody to go the fuck back to AEW. I want you on the first limo back to All Elite Wrestling. Get out. Get out. Get the fuck out. Either you go or Randy goes. Get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit. But yes, F B Randy retain. Cody's going to retain. And you know why Cody's going to retain, Silas? Because Cody Rhodes doesn't lose to anyone fairly. Oh, he lost to The Rock fairly. It's The Rock. It's The Rock. He's the guy. He's in charge. He lost to Roman Reigns. It's Roman. He lost to shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. He lost to Brock. It's Brock Lesnar. He lost to it's Cena. When the fuck is he gonna like? Oh, when is Cody gonna lose without someone getting involved? When is it a finishing move gonna get hit and that's just gonna be it? When is that gonna happen? When is Cody gonna lose fairly? When Cena beat him, Travis got involved. When Roman beat him, Solo Sikoa got involved. Hell, Brock was the only one that just fucked them up. Am I missing something? Am I? I'm not. But you know what I am gonna miss? I'm gonna miss this match. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss WWE's integrity. I'm gonna miss when this goddamn company had balls. I'm gonna miss it. I'm going to miss it. Good Lord. So yes, that's my intended result. Cody's going to retain the title because Cody Rhodes only loses at big shows and he only loses when a heel cheats. Randy Orton is not going to win number 15 here. He's going to win this shit at SummerSlam so Cody can go film his podcast for a little second or film a movie because that's the only time we don't see Cody Rhodes is when a movie's when he's got some obligation outside. Only when he was filming the movie, he was still champion. I just don't get it. I don't understand. When Roman Reigns couldn't make it, Big E had to lose a fucking title. I don't understand this shit. I don't get it. What is going on? Huh. You know what? I'm expecting Goldust to fucking interfere. You know what? Let's just throw shit out there now. I think Goldust is gonna interfere. I think Vince McMahon is gonna pop out from fucking in between the ring with a fucking thong on and a bra on and sing show tunes and fucking and hit the fucking whipping nay nay. And then P Diddy is gonna come down the ramp and help fucking Randy Orton out. And then Triple H is gonna come and divorce Stephanie and pronounce his love for Rhea Ripley, and then they're gonna get married during the match, and Randy Orton's gonna be the fucking best man. I think Suge Knight's gonna get released. They're gonna announce it mid match. Eminem's gonna do the halftime show for the match. And then Eminem's gonna get attacked. Eminem's gonna get attacked by Pat McAfee. Um, And then this match is going to end off with Randy Orton kicking Cody in the nuts, only for Cody to kick out at one. Um, and then Cody's going to win by roll up. That's going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. Fuck this shit. That's shit. That's better than what the fuck they're doing. Fuck it. Book it that way. Book it that way. Book it that way. You might have to shell out a little more money for Suge Knight to get released, but hey, you'll have to really sell it for me to give a fuck about this damn match. Cause what do you mean Pat McAfee's a voice? You know what? I missed something. Sorry, I missed something. Instead of Suge Knight coming out, let's make it a little less controversial. El Chapo comes back from the dead, and he helps Randy Orton. Undertaker comes out of retirement, and suddenly he divorces Michelle McCool and pronounces his love for AJ Lee out of nowhere. Let's see what else happens. This is the most random shit possible. Tom Brady comes out and he challenges John Cena to a match and a bra and panties match. Let's see. Let's go. Let's see. What else could happen here? I mean, it's the possibilities are endless. If Triple H is booking shit like this, what else am I led to believe? Let's see. Kim Kardashian comes out. Kim Kardashian comes out with an alligator and she slaps Randy Orton in the face with the alligator's tail. Let's see. Ted DiBiase comes out. He tells the world he's gay for no reason. He leaves. Let's see. We hear Dusty Rhodes on we see him on the Titantron, and he's rapping an NF song. He's rapping an NF song. The old Raw intro. He's doing that. He's rapping that one. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, Brandy Rhodes. She comes out. She says, "I'm not black. I'm white." She leaves. Let's see. What am I missing? Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, Silas. I want that. I want that. It's not far fetched. Cause why the fuck are we getting this? Why? Why? I don't get this. Dude, you had a golden rivalry on a silver platter. You had a great fucking main event without the interruption. If I can count on anything, I can count on CM Punk and Roman actually going one on one. I could count on that because I understand the Usos ain't they probably ain't gonna interfere. They probably not because they're not heels. Roman's a face. CM Punk's a face. They're gonna slug it out. Randy Orton is a cutthroat heel, and he needs Pat McAfee's help. I just watched Randy Orton get his shit kicked in for Pat McAfee to save him. This company has gone to the same place that Hulk Hogan has. Hell, this shit is fucked. F B Cody. And that I present to you my worst crash out of all time.
I wouldn't call that the worst. I call that the greatest. Dude, I didn't say it. I try not to say a thing during that whole thing. That was by far the greatest thing I've ever heard live. Like, bro, like fuck all the wrestling shows I've been to. Fuck me going to see J. Cole in August. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the greatest experience I've ever had. And for the record, I'm changing my build-up grade to an F
What
to
else can
match
you give
that.
it? What else can you really give it? Drew had to lose a
I
title for this. This is the worst part of this. Drew had to lose a title for this. Jacob had to take a back seat to this. We have to watch Cody and Randy open shows and try to explain this. What does the Attitude Era have to do with Pat McAfee? Randy debuted during the Attitude Era. What? I don't get it. I ended my crash out. Let me not start another one because it's real easy to get right back in the thick of things because this is dumb. This is really dumb. This is really dumb. I mean, this is so stupid. This is dumber than Eugene. This is dumber than. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. You got it, man. Go ahead, Silas. Go ahead, man. Because if I say another thing about this show, I think I might go to Triple H's house myself and reenact the Randy Orton shit
oh no. Well,
with him on the fucking receiving end of what Randy Orton got, not the other way around. You bald prick. You bald motherfucker, you. Shit, it ain't bald fraud no more because a fraud has the potential to be better. You're just a failure. You're a bald failure. Everyone's calling you the wrong thing. You're not a fraud anymore. You're a failure. You fucking failed. You failed. You failed, Paul. Hand the reins over to your fucking wife. Or better yet, your brother-in-law, a McMahon. Get the fuck out of here. You retired? Then go home. Hang your shoes up. Stop. Get off of Twitter. And shut the fuck up for life. I don't want to see shit you say anymore. Get the fuck out of here. You took the reins and you're doing this? I would much rather Vince McMahon come on TV and profess his love to motherfucking damn shit, Lyra Valkyria, before I fucking accept that Pat McAfee was a voice in Randy's head. Triple H, you are one of Randy's best friends, and you did this to him. Nah, dog, I'd have to shoot your ass. This is crazy.
oh no. Oh no.
I'd have
Oh
to.
shit.
You can't be my friend. I'd have to shoot your ass. You can't book me this way. I'd have to pop you right where your pacemaker is. I'd have to hit you bad.
Oh, no.
Because what else am I? What else can you do to a guy, your friend that does this to you? Your friend doesn't trust to just have you go head to head with Cody. He had to introduce three motherfuckers who don't make sense to introduce to it. Matt Cardona, it made a little sense. Wrestler. Jelly getting RKO'd. Why no one cared? We cheered it. We cheered Randy Orton RKOing him. Because we don't give a fuck. And then, now today, there's no saving it. There's no saving it. There's no saving this shit at all. There's no saving it. You got it, man. Go ahead.
Well, prior to recent events, yep, like my grade for the build-up was initially a D, but fuck everything else I talked about. It is an F now because of that. And honestly, fuck that little rant I just had, which, yes, keep it in there because it's important to understand everything that's happened to this point. But I'm gonna stand by my other point when I say we should have had a fatal four-way for the WWE title instead, because that would have been better than what we actually got.
I understand why, like, because Sammy and Trick, they've got their own match. Jacob and like everyone that we said should have been in that fatal four way or fatal six way or however you would have had it. They're all having their own separate matches with each other. So I like sure I like it's cool to expand and give more matches, but let's like the chemistry here with just Randy and Cody. I'm sorry, Triple H, you ruined it. You so fucked this shit. You fucked it. You fucked it. You fucked it like Heidenreich was fucking Michael Cole in that damn backroom scene. You fucked it like Triple H was fucking that Katie Vick goddamn thing in the casket.
Oh, oh, jeez.
You fucked it. You fucked it like Edge was fucking Lita on the goddamn show. You fucked the hell out of this. Like Edge was doing Lita behind Matt Hardy's back. You fucked it. You fucked it. And not only did you fuck it, you fucked it worse than anything ever has been fucked in life. Jesus. It's bordering on realms of just I mean, you fucked it so bad it needs a cigarette afterwards. You fucked this. Badly, man. Huh. So you're at F now, huh?
Yep.
I wonder why. I wonder what would have helped this hit an F. I wonder would it have been the former NFL player getting involved for no reason.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Sounds about right. Well, no, it does not sound right. It does not sound like something that we should be talking about. That does not sound like what should have happened. I wish I could have came on here and said anybody else, Cowboy Bob, Ted DiBiase Jr. I don't fucking know. Or that one fan theory of maybe there wasn't actually anybody on the phone. It was Randy thinking out loud, essentially, where it was no one on the phone. It was actually him talking to himself the whole time, which honestly would have been way better than any of the shit that we actually saw. Because honestly, knowing Randy Orton, knowing how crazy he is, that would make sense. But, yeah. And I'm pretty sure whatever else you had planned to say before this, fuck all of it. Because that's irrelevant now.
Yeah,
Fuck it
man.
all.
I mean, this just changes so much. Like this legitimately throws like okay, before this development, I was legitimately going to say that this can be saved. It could be saved with the inclusion of the right people. Cuz Stephanie involving herself was genius. It was nice. It was good. Matt Cardona even was decent. It was okay. That's Cody's friend. You know, it's someone Randy Orton's familiar with as well. You know? But Jelly Roll, Pat, that's how you turn it into the wrong direction. Into the complete wrong direction. I mean, how do you make this build worse than Rhea and Jade's? How? Speaking of
Mhm.
which, I did see that Io Sky came out to help.
Yes, that happened.
So that was like I was saying earlier, that Rio was gonna have somebody help, and cool. So I don't know. It's whatever. I mean, cool. She has one partner, but again, Jade has two other teammates. I mean, where is she gonna find the third person unless somebody's gonna return and help her out? Like Bianca Belair isn't gonna come with fight with one fucking arm, you know? So like I don't know. I don't understand. But I don't care. It's whatever at this point. Back
Yeah.
to the Randy and Cody. I mean, I gotta ask you, dude, seriously,
Yes. Yep.
because you know my feelings on it. What do you think could save this at this point? What can absolutely pull this in the right direction?
Well, there's three things in life that are certain: taxes, death, and Randy Orton always turning on the people that side with him.
Okay.
So, you want to remedy this? Sure. Let's have Randy Orton win the WWE Championship with Pat McAfee's help. But then he RKO's Pat McAfee and punk kicks the shit out of him back to Indianapolis. And okay, yes, I already see the criticism. What was the point of all that? Who cares? All you got to know is it's over. Go Pat McAfee to the fucking side where he belongs. Send him back to Indianapolis so he can continue going on his fucking ESPN podcast. And we never have to worry about this shit again. And we can just move on and pretend this shit didn't happen.
And the quicker we do that shit, the better. By the way, because good lord, I want y'all to pray to whatever God you believe in that this gets better. Because if it gets worse, Cody Rhodes is going to find himself where Roman Reigns was in 2015. And if you remember what that was, you know Cody, Cody's already getting booed still. Like, can you recall the clips today? If you like watched anything, was Cody getting booed?
Yeah, that was up until Pat McAfee came out.
So Cody was getting booed until Pat McAfee came out.
Yeah,
I don't get it. Cody's the fucking face, and they would rather Randy. Like, ugh. Even the reluctance to turn Cody heel, despite the fans not really caring for his gimmick anymore. Of super Cena. Like it's John Cena light. This is worse than John Cena because at least John knew who to lose to. Cody Rhodes is legitimately only losing to fucking mega stars. That's it, and he doesn't lose clean. He doesn't lose clean. He never does. I don't understand it. It's just a scrawny ass fucking goddamn fucking guy from Georgia. How is this dude so hard to beat? I get Cena. He's some super strong fucking mega soldier. I get Roman Reigns. He's this when he wants to be, he's this multifaceted fucking Samoan super soldier. I even understand Rhea Ripley being so hard to beat. She's a fucking freak of nature. What makes Cody Rhodes so fucking impossible to beat? How is he? How? He's some scrawny fucking white dude from fucking Georgia, and he so happens to be Dusty Rhodes' goddamn son. How do you get your how? Where do you get your powers from, Cody? Oh, I get it. You're from fucking Krypton, aren't you? I get it. You got bit by the same spiders Peter Parker did. Oh, that's right. Oh man, you really are the guy from motherfucking The Boys. Oh, I get it. You're a Viltrumite. Okay, okay. No, Super Saiyan? Super Saiyan, that's why you're blonde now. That's why your hair is golden. No, no Super Saiyan. Oh, you hit Gear 5 like Luffy? No, no, that can't be it either. Let's see. Avatar state, like Avatar? That? No. Um uh Gauntlet, like Thanos? No, that can't be it either. Oh, I know what you did. You just put on a fucking an American belt and changed your nickname. Golden. Superpowers activate. I went from Cody Rhodes, Dusty's son, to the American Nightmare. Me and my fucking friends put in enough money to create AEW, and now, because WWE seen how I like to be booked, that's how they book me. You were getting booed on your own show, and it didn't take you long to get right back booed, Cody. I'm sick and tired of your stupid ass. Oh, but he's so wholesome. He's a father. He's a great father. He smiles. He helps out the kids. And Cena was doing that too, and we were booing the shit out of him when CM Punk was going against him. Fuck the kitty shit sometimes, dog. I'm tired, bro. If Randy Orton doesn't win, this company is going backwards. The only solace I give it is that if Cody wins, then Obafemi better beat his ass. Trick Williams better fuck him up. Sami Zayn better crash out and beat the fucking red and yellow nuts off of Cody Rhodes. I want that. Cause why don't you fucking lose, Cody? Tell us the real reason why. This is beyond politicking. This motherfucker don't lose to shit. He has to get punt kicked to lose. That's what's gonna happen, Silas. He's gonna get punt kicked to lose. And if he doesn't lose, he's gonna be the first person ever to get punt kicked and still fucking win. Have you ever seen someone kick out of a punt kick?
No.
You ever seen someone get up from a punt kick?
Not any match. Maybe after they've been stretchered out and taken to the hospital, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cody Rhodes is gonna be the first. I'll let you know that right now. Cody Rhodes is gonna be the first person to stand up from a punt kick. He's gonna get punt kicked, and then he's gonna stand up and I told you, Randy. This ends one way, Randy. I hate you, Randy. I'm sick, man. You got it. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. You got it. You got it, man. Go ahead, Silas.
All
It's,
right.
I
Well,
don't know what else to say. Go ahead.
okay. So build up's an F. Who and obviously before this whole shit, I was having a dilemma about because I knew who I want. I know who I want to win, but I said I want the Randy to win. But I had a dilemma of who do I think is going to win. I thought about it. And to be honest, it's a little more difficult now considering the circumstances because we are booked in a corner. If Cody wins, he's still champion, which nobody wants, unless, of course, they decide to do the double turn and turn him into Homelander Cody, which, let's be real, that shit's not going to happen. I would love to be proven wrong, but that shit ain't going to be happen. I'm not confident. Or we can go rinse and repeat of WrestleMania 41, and then we have Pat McAfee's bitch ass come out, eats a crossroads, and when the referee's out, of course, Randy Orton low blows him, hits him with the title. But instead of doing what Cena did and just pinning him outright, he's gonna punt kick his head off, and then 1, 2, 3, we have a new WWE champion. So either way, we lose. So I'm just going to say my final prediction, and I'm not saying I like it, but I mean, hell, we're at it's as bad as it can get. Randy Orton's gonna be the new WWE champion.
If there's a God, he will be. But good Lord, I'm skeptical still. Even with help, I don't see it still. I'm not convinced.